Welcome art lovers to Art Gallery Explorer, the vlog that explores and celebrates the London art scene and takes you along for the ride. Today's a bit of a bittersweet one actually, because I've been meaning to come to this new show of works by Frank Auerbach entitled Portraits of London since it opened on the 4th of October. It's now the 15th of November, and in the intervening period Frank Auerbach sadly passed away at the age of 93 on the 11th of November. Since he arrived in London on the Kindertransport, fleeing persecution from Nazi Germany, both his parents were murdered in Auschwitz. Auerbach has become one of Britain's greatest and most important painters. He was a seminal figure in that London school, along with Lucian Freud, Francis Bacon and Leon Kossoff, amongst others, and has continued to paint gloriously into his 90s. I've covered him twice on the vlog, focusing on that wonderful Courtauld exhibition of his charcoal heads, which was amazing, and also on an exhibition of his late, in my opinion, great self-portraits from the lockdown period, where he turned his artistic focus on himself. This show is going to focus on how he has presented the city which he made his home over the decades that he was an artist. And so I can't wait to head inside. I'm going to be celebrating his work in this vlog, because he had such a rich artistic life and has given us art lovers so much. So come and join me as we head inside off of Waterman. It's a private gallery. It's just off Hanover Square where I am now. And if you can get along before the 7th of December and you're a fan of Frank Auerbach, then I imagine you really should. This show is free, and it's quite unusual because it's a curated show by a private gallery, but it's going to involve loans, apparently, according to the website, from major museums. So let's go across Hanover Square and celebrate the life and raise a glass to the work of Frank Auerbach. Wow, that was a highly charged visit to offer Waterman just off Hanover Square in London, because this was the last show that Frank Auerbach had been involved in, the last show that opened while he was still alive in the city that he made his home for so many decades. And so there was an extra emotional charge. And I have to say straight away that Offer Waterman have done a fantastic job of bringing together a museum quality show in their private gallery. They managed to secure loans of London paintings from national institutions like the Tate and the National Museum of Wales, as well as many stellar examples from private collections. And the quotes on the walls from Auerbach and his friends added to the intimacy of this show, which is in these very small, intimate galleries. Paintings are everywhere. They're on the staircases, they're on the landings, they're in the small gallery spaces as well. And it was incredibly special because these London paintings are autobiographical, as Frank Auerbach said in this quote. They're not just topographical pictures, they reflect how he's feeling at the time, and they follow the arc of his career. And I go as far as to say he's certainly, in my opinion, the greatest 20th century chronicler of London. Post in the comments if you disagree. And he's probably in the top 3 or 4 chroniclers of London of all time. And if you think of the competition he has, Monet, for example, is showing at the moment at the Courtauld Gallery, and he can certainly look Monet in the eye. So it was a really well-produced exhibition, a really enjoyable exhibition in a warm, cosy gallery as well, over several floors. And I really enjoyed it. And if you're a Frank Auerbach fan and you're in London or you're in striking distance of London, before the 7th of December when this show shuts, and the gallery's open, by the way, Tuesdays to Saturdays, then this is a must-see. It was a really special exhibition. It would have been a special exhibition anyway, but it was made all the more poignant by the passing of Auerbach while the exhibition was running. I've actually covered Auerbach's art on the vlog twice before. So if you're a fan of Auerbach and you haven't seen them already, do check out the Charcoal Head Show from the Courtauld Gallery, which is a magnificent exhibition, and also the Frank Auerbach self-portraits, the portraits which he produced in lockdown. They are both great shows. Thank you ever so much for watching. As I say, the show's free. It's on until the 7th of December. Get there if you can. And do hit that notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it as well. Thank you very much indeed for watching and supporting the channel.